Cool.
Later, Skater.
What's
up, man?
What's going on, my friend?
Not much. Just worried about this water, man. It's been crazy in this rain lately.
Well,
Yeah, mumbo.
We'll check it out and see what's going on here for you. How long you been in the house?
We just moved in a couple of months ago.
Nice. From where?
Virginia.
Virginia. Wow, what brings you out here? Military?
Military, yep, Navy.
Nice. Well, thank you for your service, my man.
First, you're more than welcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Have you ever had a water test done before?
No, but we used to have like the water on the ships, and they would be like the filters and stuff there.
Good old reverse osmosis.
Yep, yeah. So it's very important. Very important
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Awesome, glad to hear.
Yeah.
Well, let's check it out, man. So we're going to do a few different water tests.
Mhm.
The main things that we check for is your hardness levels, total dissolved solids, and chlorine. All right. So I'm not going to take too much time from you, I promise. All right. If we find the issues and you want to see a solution, I can show you one. If not, not a big deal. All right. I'll give you that free gift that we promised you, and I'll move on to my next appointment. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
So let's check it out. You don't drink the water here, do you?
No, we use the fridge.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, we use the fridge. And then sometimes we'll do like bottled water in a roundabout, but yeah, usually just the fridge.
Okay.
I mean, it has a filter on it, so it should be good. You know?
What brand bottled water you guys buy?
We do Kirkland.
Kirkland? Good, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those?
Kirkland bottled water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I grab that from you, please?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. All right, so I'll go ahead and show you that too. Now, the fridge, and that's why I like doing this, because, people think filter, right? And I think it's going to get out everything.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's not the case, my man. So the fridge filters, all they are is carbon. Right.
Okay.
So at least you're going to get the chlorine and chemicals out, so you're not drinking that.
That's good.
But unfortunately, that's the extent of it. So you're still going to have hard water and total dissolved solids and everything else. No, I'll show you that here.
And how many milliliters do you fill the hardness to? 10?
So yeah, 10, right, on each one. I'm just doing that for this purpose, so you guys can see on the camera here. So I do all this, and then I explain it. I'll show you. So yeah, we're gonna do the hardness test first. Are you familiar with hard water? You want to meet my hard water?
Yeah, isn't it like the white stuff?
Yes, yeah, all the stuff on your shower heads, shower doors. So hardness refers to rock, debris, sediment, calcium, magnesium, all that stuff that we just mentioned, right? All that buildup.
Mm-hmm.
But hard water is what wears out appliances faster than anything, right?
Okay.
So, I'll give you an example. Riverside County is notorious for hard water. Lake Elsinore is worse. The worst, right?
Yeah.
If you look at the average lifespan of a hot water heater in Elsinore, it's half everywhere else.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, because you're supposed to drain it once a year, but nobody ever does it. Right. And then the calcium builds up on the bottom of it. That's what clogs the tanks up and causes leak everywhere.
Interesting.
Right. So we do this to also show you how you can prolong the life of the investment or the appliances that you bought. Right. Your home, because these homes aren't Virginia prices, my man.
No, they're not.
Right.
They're definitely not.
I'm sure you want to protect your investment, right?
Definitely not. A couple Virginia home prices.
There you go. So yeah, we're gonna do the hardest test first. So this one here is our purified water from the filter, right? This middle one is your tap water straight up, and then this is your refrigerator filter, right? So what we're gonna do on these back ones, it's called precipitation test. Precipitate means to separate, right? So the back one, I'm going to put an amber dye in there. We use it just to brighten up the water so you can see what's going on inside of it.
Okay.
All right. Hey, it's a good looking dog. What kind of dog is that?
That is a Yorkie Chihuahua French Poodle mix.
Mutt. That's what they call it, right? Good looking dog, though. What's his name?
Giggles.
Giggles. Nice.
This is when my wife got him, she just couldn't stop laughing. She kept licking his face.
There you go. That's cool, man.
You got any dogs?
That's cool. Yeah, I got one.
What's his name?
No, Boots.
Boots. Nice. So why'd you call him Boots?
You know, the breeder actually named them Boots. And then my wife liked the name, so we didn't change it. We just kept it.
There you go.
Yeah, worked out. You kind of grew on me, so I like it.
Mhm.
But yeah, so the second one that I put in there, this is a settling agent. It's like a coagulant, if you will, right? So it's going to bond and hold on to any of those impurities inside the water, separate them, cause them to settle down to the bottom. That way you can really see what's going on inside the water, right?
Yeah.
It's a similar test they do in some schools and universities,
Okay.
and the results can be pretty shocking sometimes. It's kind of one that grosses everybody out.
Okay.
So while that does its thing, we're going to do these front three. Okay. So what we're going to do on these is use your chemicals, right? So we're going to dye the water, just like we did on these, right?
Okay.
And what we're going to do is put 6 drops in each one. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Googles, you want to count with me, buddy?
Oh.
4, 5, 6.
And if there's a little kid going to count with me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kids always have them involved, right? Give that a little shake. Ooh, that was your fridge. This is your tap water. Wow. And there we go. All right, so if that dye turns red like that, what that indicates is you do have hard water.
Okay.
Right. But I think we knew that already. Out here.
Yeah.
Now, see how this one turns blue?
Mm-hmm.
If it turns blue, essentially what that means is the water's been purified. So what that shows you is that when your tap water runs through the filter, it's able to get everything out.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, get
Right.
everything out.
As far as hardness goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Rock, debris, sediment, calcium, and stuff like that. All that stuff that builds up around. Then you get showers, shower doors, hard water spots in the dishes. Now, to see how hard the water is, we're going to do this one. So I'm going to put 1 drop at a time until that water turns back to blue.
Okay.
Right? And what 1 drop represents is 1 grain of hardness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Each grain is equivalent to approximately 15 pounds of rock, debris, sediment coming through your plumbing every single year.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
So hardness scale goes from 1 to 10. 3 or less is considered soft water. And then 4 to 10, hard water at that point. The higher the number, the harder the water is.
Okay.
Right? So we'll see what you're working with here, bud. So that's 1. 2. 3. It's probably gonna take forever because I put too much in there. And then, well, it's definitely gonna have soft water. So 4. Interesting. 5. Wow. Yeah, I got the right thing. Is that 6? Oh my gosh. You got hard water here, bud. This is 7. Wow.
You just ever just go straight to town?
Yeah, I hope it doesn't take that much. You're getting up in Lake Elsinore status here, man. So this is 8. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Your fridge is the same thing as your tap water.
Essentially.
All right. See, that's why you get that buildup on that tray on the bottom of that dispenser, right?
Yeah.
But 8 out of 10, that's a lot, man. That's wow. You ever get that ring in the toilet? It's not possible,
yeah.
you guys. yeah. That's a sign you got hard water, man. So if you put that in perspective, 8 times 15 is what?
210? No. 120.
120, right?
120.
Wow. So you have 120 pounds of that rock, debris, and sediment coming through your plumbing every year. Right, look at this. I'll show them like the sink, right? Look at all that buildup. And I'll scrape it off with my fingernail. Look at that. Right? And I'll go over to their fridge and I'll wipe the fridge. Holy cow, man. Right, that's going to do a number on your dishes and plumbing, skin, hair. 120 pounds. Actually, let me show you this. And that's when I usually do the hand washing, but you guys don't do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We just ordered those.
Did
They
you?
should be on the way.
So yeah, then I'll dump these out, right? And in the meantime, I'm letting these sit. So if you guys do get into the hand wash, right? You know, I'm disgusted about how hard the water is, 120 pounds, all that stuff. Let me show you something, because you're definitely going to notice a difference on this, all right? And then I grab a bar of soap. I use Ivory because it's pure. This is what you want to order. All right, this is pure soap.
You just unpackage it.
Right, yeah, there's no like added moisturizers and stuff, and it's just pure soap, right?
Okay.
So when I do the hand washing contest, do you want me to go over that with you, or?
Sure. Yeah.
So when I do the hand washing contest, after the 120 pounds or whatever it is, man, get hard water. Name a few things that there are issues, like the toilet, fridge filters. That way they can associate it, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of that, I'm like, you know what? Let me show you something, because you're definitely going to notice a difference on this, right? I'm going to have a little fun with it. I'm going to do a hand washing contest with you, all right?
Okay.
Not between me and you, but between your left hand and right hand, okay? So ladies first, if you wouldn't mind. You know, usually I have the wife come up first, right? So what I use is a bar of Ivory soap. It's pure soap. There's no added moisturizers in it. I take it out of the package. I put the wrapper down. We're going to use that as a little soap dish, right? So then I'll have the water run through the portable, and then I'll have them put their hands, you know, put both your hands underneath the water, right? Get your hands really nice and wet. Grab that bar of soap. Get a good soapy, sudsy lather on your hands, front side and back side, like you're a doctor or a surgeon.
Okay.
Right? Really good soapy, sudsy lather. You know, sing the happy birthday song or whatever they tell you to do. You know, ABCs, right? You have a little fun with it, right? All right, cool. So keep your hands apart. And then what I do is I turn on the filtered water through the portable, and I have them do the left hand first.
Mm-hmm.
So stick your left hand underneath there, and then I'll rinse off the left hand, front side, back side. If they have a ring on, let's get that ring nice and shiny, right? And then I'll instruct them to do this. Like rub your fingers inside your palm, right? And as they're doing that, it's rinsing all the soap off. And they're like, man, this feels nice, right? And I make sure they understand that. I go, this feels nice, right? Like soft, smooth, silky, right? And they're like, yeah, well, it feels. Yeah, I was like, yeah, a lot of people still think there's soap on their hands, but there's not, right? What happens here is all the calcium and junk in the water is now trapped in that filter. So what's happening is it's not clogging up the pores on your hand anymore, which is allowing your own natural body oil to flow freely, right? And what better moisturizer than your own body oil?
Yeah.
You know? So now what we're gonna do is wash your right hand, and I take off the, you know, the portable, right? Use just their tap water. Stick your right hand in that stuff, right? See, I didn't say water, right?
Yeah. You didn't say, hey, no, put your water in that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
stick your hand in that.
Yeah. So, hey, let's rinse your hand off in the purified water, right? Oh, it feels so nice. Now, stick your hand in that stuff, right? And that's like, I use that, you know?
That tonality.
Tonality, right? They're like, this stuff, okay. All right. And then they're rinsing their right hand off, right? And they're like, wow, yeah, it does. Oh. Like, you can see it. Like, you can see their fingers like sticking, right? And I always go, look at that. You see that? See your fingers sticking like that? That's where that term squeaky clean comes from. But that's not the case. What's happening is all the calcium in the water is stripping off the oils from your skin, clogging up those pores, and leaving that soap on there. That's what causes that dry skin. All right? We as humans, we have our own natural body oils that act like moisturizer. When we shower or wash our hands in hard water, we're stripping those oils off. No wonder you got dry skin all the time. No wonder you're putting moisturizer on in the shower every time you get out. Crazy, isn't it? Right? Now, your left hand, that was only a 10-second rinse off. Imagine a 10-minute shower and your whole body feeling like that. All right? So much, dude, game changer.
Yeah.
So much nicer for that skin. Right? And then, I have the husband come up and do the same thing. Because what I'll tell the wife is, hey, look, keep your hands apart after we dry them off, right? Here in about 10 minutes, you'll definitely notice it. Right? Your left hand will feel like you put moisturizer on already, and then your right hand's gonna get rough and sticky and begin to draw. right? Actually, do this real quick. Smell your right hand, right? And I'll have them smell the right hand. I ask them, do you smell soap? They're like, yeah, I do smell soap. Okay, smell your left hand. I don't say anything. I just let them go. No, I don't. Right? You might have thought there was soap in the left hand, but there's not. Right? You thought it all rinsed off because you got that squeaky clean feeling, but it's still there.
Interesting.
Right? That's what we're so accustomed to. Right? In reality, this is what clean should feel like. Right? So, keep your hands apart. And then the husband, hey, Grant, so here in about 10 minutes, she's going to tell you how amazing that feels. So I want you to experience the same thing too, bud. So real quick, come on up here. All right? And then they'll come up, do the same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
Right? Same exact thing. And it'll trip him out too. I always tell him, I'm like, yeah, dude, it takes a little bit to get used to the shower because you're going to think there's soap on your body, but there's not.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so much nicer for the skin. So much nicer, right? But let me ask you, right? Who in the house do you think would benefit the most in the skin department with using a system like this?
Probably Giggles.
Giggles, yeah.
Yeah, he has a bunch of skin problems on his
Yeah.
dog.
Hey, man, dogs are family too, right?
Yeah.
You gotta take care of the dogs. And then our kids or, whatever, right?
Kids have eczema, they're always like itching and
kids
scratching.
with eczema.
Yeah.
If a household of 3 or 4 kids, one of them's gonna have eczema.
Yeah. Does it help with dandruff?
So a lot of that's going to be chlorine issues, right? It's definitely going to benefit you, right? As you can tell with your hands, anything that's not stripping your natural oils away is going to definitely help you, right? So, but as far as eczema and dry skin issues, dude, game changer. Huge difference for the skin and the hair.
Yeah.
Right? Beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, for Giggles and your daughter with eczema, dude, I'm so glad I'm here. I can take care of this for you guys, for sure, right? But let's do this. So I'm going to check your total dissolved solid content. And then that's when I usually ask them for a couple of clear glasses, right? Can you grab a couple of clear glasses for me, pretty please?
Yeah,
right?
sure.
And then here, right?
All good. That might kind of suck.
Then you turn on.
Sorry.
So actually, I'm going to grab one more. You mind if I grab another glass, Grant?
Go for it. And then you also, when it comes to, the lighting looks fine. When it comes to setting the stage 2, you also say, hey, I get paid just for doing the demo, right?
Yeah. So usually when I'm setting up, that's if they're kind of, you can tell they're not like really that into it yet, right?
Kind of like standoffs, like.
Yeah, they're like, look, what is this guy doing here? And that's when I go, hey, Grant, look, bud, I get paid to do the water test. Whatever you guys want to do, doesn't matter to me, right? I'm not going to take too much time from you. We're going to do a few different tests real quick. If we find any issues and you guys want to see a solution, I'll show you one. If not, dude, not a big deal.
Okay.
Right? I'll give you that free gift that we promised you, and I'll move on to the next appointment. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Cool. All right. So I like to tackle that from the beginning. That way they're
That's
not.
something you feel though.
Yeah, I always do. I always do that without saying I get paid either way part. I always do that the other stuff.
Okay.
Right. I only throw in I get paid either way if they feel like, oh, you're a sales guy, you're trying to sell me something type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once I say that, it kind of breaks the ice and like, oh yeah, I'll watch what you're doing then if it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right. But yeah, after the hand washing test, and then I'll get into, so let's do this. Let's check your total dissolved solid content, right? So, are you familiar with reverse osmosis at all?
Yeah, on the ships they
Maybe,
used to use
yeah.
it all the time. It was way better than the other stuff. Oh my god.
Yeah, man, it's about the most pure water you drink.
Yeah.
Right? So, well, I'll give you an example, right? You're in San Diego, you ever go to Little Italy?
Yeah.
When you go to like a nicer restaurant, they bring out that glass bottle with the pop top and they pour it all fancy, right?
Yeah.
It's really good water.
Yeah.
That's how they achieve it. They're using reverse osmosis, right? So this is Puronics reverse osmosis, right? This is your refrigerator water. Okay. So try this one first. So what I want you to do is take a little sip, knock the rocks off your taste buds, right? And then take another one. This time, swish it around, rub your tongue against the top of your mouth, and it gets your teeth. You'll get that nice, like, polished feeling. All right. Good water, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good
Isn't that
stuff.
wild, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's check out your refrigerator water. The good old San Diego cocktail there.
Yeah, you can definitely taste a little bit heavier, a little bit
A
different.
lot different, right?
Yeah.
So let me show you why that is, all right? It's kind of crazy, and a lot of people tell me, you know, water's water, right? But until you try it back to back,
Yeah.
a lot different.
I mean, they look the same, you know.
You know,
Might confuse you.
that's true. So what I'm gonna check here for, bud, is what's called TDS, total dissolved solids. Essentially, what that is what's too small for the water department to stop, but then you have residual stuff come through the plumbing along the way, and that's what affects the flavor of it, right? So let's check your tap water first. Actually, let me do this demonstration. You gotta get yourself one of these, dude. I bought this, it was like 20 bucks.
Oh, I have.
This
Oh, that turns red.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's great.
Bam! See, turns red, right? What do we got? Wow.
And you hold it back, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Well, what is it? What is it? What is it?"
Right? So, yeah, throughout this whole presentation, you want to take them on a ride. Everything you're talking about with your water, hey man, this is so nice and smooth and tastes good and you're smiling. Everything with their tap water, ugh, it's disgusting, right? I just checked your fridge filter. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at that. You're at 173. You see that ppm? That's parts per million.
Yeah.
Look at the chart back here, right? The hard water range starts at 100,
Yeah. Wow.
right? So out of your refrigerator, you're at the marginally acceptable range for tap water. So you're like, okay, tap water coming out of your fridge,
Yeah.
right? Look, see, that's why when people ask me, should I drink out of the fridge? I'm not a doctor. I can't make health claims, right? All I can do is show you this and ask you, do you want acceptable tap water for consumption or do you want ideal drinking water for consumption?
Probably ideal.
Right? You see, so ideal drinking water range is 50 or less. Right? So let's go ahead and check our water.
Wow. 26.
You see?
Yeah.
All right. So that's the ideal drinking water range. What does your guys' reverse osmosis come back at?
So it depends on where you get it. Mine usually comes out between like 10 to 20. Depends on how good
That's
the
the
filter
one,
is.
Now the one in my house comes back 10, 15. Sometimes I'll get down to like 5.
Yeah,
Just
mine's at
depends.
6 right now, so I just
Yeah.
do a little bit of.
Right? So here's what I'll do too. So doing this fridge water, our water, right? If they have a bottle of Kirkland, you know Kirkland's going to come back in 2025,
Yeah.
right? So I'll show them, hey look, Kirkland, great water, it's 50 or less.
Yeah.
But look at this, right? And then I'll do my water, 10.
Yeah.
10. Grant, I can get you better water than that as much as you want coming right there out of the sun.
It's very good.
Right?
Yeah.
So, well, you guys drink coffee, tea, right?
Yeah.
So, what water do you guys use to brew it with?
We use the fridge.
Oh,
Yeah. We would do the bottled water, but it would just
Man,
cost so
Grant.
much, man.
I was hoping you didn't say that, buddy. Let me give you an example. You ever go to Starbucks?
Yeah.
You ever have the water by itself?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, it's really good water, right?
Great stuff.
Great water. That's us.
You're honest?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Use those systems? That's
Yep.
pretty cool.
So I can tell people I got Starbucks water in my house now. It's pretty cool, right?
Nice.
You know what I mean? Well, because here's the thing. You know, P.F. Chang's, different restaurants, Italian places, most likely they're using our product, right? Because what they want to do is purify the water first before they brew their product. That way you actually taste the product and not the nasty stuff inside the water.
Yeah.
All right? Same thing with Italian restaurants. If you go to a nice restaurant, they bring out that good water, that's good to know because you know they're cooking with it, right?
Yeah.
Because food will absorb whatever's in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Pasta, sauces, vegetables, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. You guys like to cook?
Love to cook. Cook every
Dude.
night. Yep.
Dude, bro. I got to get you some reverse osmosis in your life, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, think about it. So your fridge water, now that you know what's in it, right? What would you rather make your food, something that you're consuming,
Yeah.
right? What would you rather make your food and coffee with? Purified water to make it taste better or all the junk?
Probably purified.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
So that, again, that's what we're gonna do for you. Provide you as much bottled water as you want right here at the house.
Nice.
Cool. So, 2 more things real quick. So what I'm gonna show you is why the hotels use this,
Okay.
and then why people use such harsh chemicals, and really so many of them to get stuff clean, all right? So, this is going to be water that's run through the filter, right? And then tap water. So close.
I think it was one that was less.
Less?
That's on your right.
Yep. We'll fill them to 150 each. Okay. So, Grant, think of these as washing machines.
Okay.
All right. And where's your soap at? This one. So what I have here is a tincture of green soap. So not literally green, but about the most pure soap you can get.
Okay.
And that's what doctors' offices and like tattoo places use to clean and sanitize their equipment. Right? That should smell familiar if you got tattoos.
Okay, it's one on there.
Yeah, mine you can, but it actually like opens and whatever.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 3 drops in each one.
Okay.
Okay. So Giggles, help me count, buddy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shake these up like washing machines and look for a standing head of suds. Right? So actually, Grant, before I shake these up, man, let me show you something, because you have hard water here. You're at what? 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Right? So let me show you something. Before I shake these up, I'm gonna give them a little swirl. All right, you see that? See how discolored that got?
Okay, that one.
Huh? This one's gonna be clear if you're right, if you actually have purified water.
Yeah.
All right. So, see how discolored that got?
Yeah.
So we have a saying in this business that if you want to dye something gray, you don't have to buy gray dye. Just wash and lug up in your water and it turns gray. All right? That's why your darks get lighter and your whites get darker. So it fades out further.
Interesting.
All right? Let me show you this. We're going to shake them up like washing machines now. So, tap water, filtered water, right? What I do is I give the husband, right, the hard water, and then I give the wife the filtered water, right? So, Grant, make sure you cap it off, like just like that, right? I want you two to compete with each other. Shake them up as hard as you can, like washing. Just put some muscle into it, right? Hard as you can. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'll grab them back from the customer, right? Hey, Kirkland sucks for this.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to do 5 drops.
All right. So typically,
Yeah.
this will come out clear. It'll have the soap bubbles, right, like all the way up to here, right? And then this is what the tap water will look like.
Yeah.
And I'll get it back from the husband. The wife will be like, "Man, good job."
Let's try 2 more of those.
Right? Wow, I did a really good job. Grant,
Yeah.
did you shake this up, bud?
Alright.
Yeah, right, that's what I asked him. I do that, right? Make it fun, you know?
How does it fall in there?
Oh no. We'll get it out. But yeah, so get them back from the customers, right? This is gonna have nice soap bubbles on it. Hey man, good job.
There you go.
The wife, yeah, good job. Look at that, all right?
Alright.
And then, so I'll show you what I do, right? I'll do it.
No,
Oh yeah, just so usually there's 3 drops, right, in each.
yeah.
And I get it back from the husband. Hey man, did you shake this up? Like, yeah, I did. I'm like, no, it's not your fault. Right? So here's what happens. The reason why we got all the soap in the clean water is because there's nothing in the water. Right? There's nothing in the water counteracting the soap. You see?
Interesting.
All the junk that's in the water, the soap has to work harder.
Okay.
See, in order to clean with water, you got to break it down first.
Yeah.
How we broke down this is by subtraction. Everything that was in it is now trapped in the filter, right? Whereas this one, I have to do it by addition. I have to keep adding soap and adding soap, right? So let me ask you guys, how many more drops of soap do you think it would take to get this?
Should I have 5 more?
5? What do you think? And then she'll say like 8. Oh, I'll meet you in the middle. Let's do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then I'll have the guy shake it up one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, look at that. Still nothing.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts.
All right.
So now we're up to 11 drops.
That's insane. Look at all. You see that soap scum sticking to the glass? Oh, that's disgusting. Look at that. It looks like dirty bath water now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh. Wow. So how many do we have? 7 plus the original 3, 10?
I put 3 more in there. So we have 13.
You know what I'm going to do? You're at 8 out of 10 on the hardness scale. You have extremely hard water here, Grant. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and double it. See what happens. Might be a little bit much, but let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have what?
23.
20 drops of soap, right? Well, 7, 3, and then,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So 20 drops. Let's see what we get here. I'll give your arm a rest. Then the last one I do it, right?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So that is what this is going to look like if you actually use purified water.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So I wish I could show you later on. But yeah, so this one will have soap bubbles in it, like, from 3 drops, right? This one took 20. And then I'll hold them up side to side. This water will be completely clear, just like that, with soap on top, right? And then this one will look like this mess, right? So then I point out the water again, right? Look how dirty and disgusting that looks.
Yeah, it doesn't look like something I want to bathe in.
Right? Yeah, when you take a bath and you look down in the water, you drop the soap and you can't find the soap because the water looks like this. You're thinking to yourself, it's not you, man. This is dirty water.
No.
Right? Well, let me ask you kind of a ridiculous question, right? Which one of these, good water, dirty water, which one of these would you rather bathe in, do your laundry in, clean your hair in?
Definitely that one.
Of course, right? So, cleaner the water, the better the result. Right? So, now, let me put it this way. Think of each drop that I put in there as $1.
Okay.
Right? So, look, I don't know how long it takes you guys to spend $20 on a bottle of soap, but obviously it would be better to use clean water, $3 worth, and get a better result.
Yeah.
Right? You know, in fact, what they say with laundry detergent is 10-to-1 ratio. You can literally use 10 times less and get a better result.
Really?
Right? Yeah. So that's why we went to the Marriotts and Hyatts and Hiltons. That's how we got the contracts with these guys. We basically said, look, everything in the detergent you guys get, essentially you'll get 9 free. Right?
Yeah.
And then all your white sheets, linens, and towels will stay soft and not fade out.
Yeah.
It's a huge investment for these hotels.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it's a huge investment for you guys as well, right?
Definitely.
You know? Imagine how much soap and detergent and everything else in the home you could save. It's huge, isn't it? But let me ask you, what article of clothing would you like to see not fade out and last longer?
Oh, geez, my wife's hair.
The article of clothing.
Shit, man, maybe like my shirts.
The shirts, yeah, like work shirts or sneak shirts.
Yeah, kind of like the work shirts for sure.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I get all sweaty and stuff
Yeah.
while I work, you know, and just be nice to not have them be faded, you know.
I'm the same way, man. Shirts, jeans. I don't want my jeans fading out.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Right. So yeah, huge differences as far as that goes. Now, one more test here for you. But to me, this is the most important one. Right. This is really the reason why I do this for families. So then what I'll do is I'll grab those same glasses that we did with the TDS, right? I'll keep their fridge water, and then I'll take their tap water, right? And then I'll turn the sink on. Let the sink run for about 20, 30 seconds, right? The longer it runs, the more chlorine's gonna come out of it.
Really?
Yeah. Make sure it's cold water, not hot, right?
Because the hot will evaporate.
Yeah. So cold water. The way I get them to run the sink longer is I'll grab the glass, right? I'll go to the sink, turn it on, I'll rinse it out, and while I'm rinsing it out, do you guys have a pool?
No.
No, no pool.
No pool.
Well, the reason why I ask, and I take the glass out and leave the water running, and then I ask them the question, right? It's kind of a ridiculous question, Grant, that I ask everybody. But let me ask you, would you ever grab like a big cooking pot, go out to a pool, get a big scoop of pool water, bring it inside, and then brush your teeth with it, wash your hair with it, cook with it, brew your coffee with it?
No, I would not.
Why
Definitely
not? Why not?
I mean, pool water is something we're not supposed to drink. That's something that you like just are in for temporarily.
Yeah, chemicals, right?
Yeah, no, there's chlorine in there.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
So that's why I like doing this test, because not a lot of people realize that's what they're doing anyway. And then the water's been running this whole time, right?
Yeah.
Grab their water, turn the water off now. You see that? All right. Okay. Well, let me check that. All right. So what I'm going to check for is your chlorine. This is chlorine OTO, ultra iodine. It's what they use to test for chlorine side pools. And just like a pool test, we're going to put 5 drops in each one. Right? How many drops you guys do typically?
10.
10. So we're going to put 10 drops in each one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This building has a filter.
The whole building does?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Right, so then the whole way is no point, right? So that water, right, if it turns yellow, that means there's chlorine inside of it. Now, depending on when yellow it gets, is how much chlorine is inside the water. Right?
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll put the 10 drops, shake them up like this, right? And then I'll go, wow. Oh, smell that.
Smells like precept 1. Precept 2.
Smells like chlorine, right?
You know OTO smelling.
Yeah, nothing in your fridge, right?
Yeah, but that smells like chlorine. That one doesn't.
Dude, that's crazy. You guys got a chlorine problem here. Ah, that's gross, man. And you know what? Let me do this over. I just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Then I'll pour it out, get some more chlorine or more tap water, right? I'll do it again, and sure enough, it'll come the same color,
Yeah.
right? And that's like, dang, dude, this is absolutely ridiculous. All right. Here's why. Here's why I think this is so crazy. So chlorine is an endocrine disrupting chemical, right? Our endocrine systems are hormones, our gut and brain function. And this is what we're showering and brushing our teeth in. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. That's what gives people dry skin, dry itchy scalp. Talking about dandruff, that could be it, man. You're showering pool water. That much chlorine will literally strip proteins and nutrients out of your hair. Right? And I usually ask a lot of you dye your hair. Yeah. It's not gonna last as long as that.
Yeah. How often do you dye your hair?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Every 3 months?
At Riverside, the chlorine is like, dude, worse than a pool. And women will be like, yeah, like every month or two. I'm like, dude, it should last like 3-4 months. Right? You're showering pool water. That's insane. Right? No wonder your kid has eczema.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous. All right? Now look, they have to put chlorine in the pipes to kill bacteria, okay? Right? It's a great disinfectant. Chlorine is designed to kill live bacteria, living organisms. Right? I'm pretty sure you guys are living organisms, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Isn't that crazy?
Nuts. Yeah, that's not good, man.
You know what? Let me show you something real quick, right? And then what I'll do is, hey, do you mind if I grab another glass? Is that cool, Grant?
Sure.
All right. So I'll go grab another cup, right? What I'll do is I'll fill it up with tap water, and I'll hand it to the mister, right? Hey, look, man, do me a favor. You know, I know you don't drink the tap water. Don't drink it, please. Right? I don't want you to drink this stuff, okay? So I'm kind of reiterating how bad the water is, right, the whole time. I want you to drink it, man, but you still brush your teeth in it, right?
Yeah, every day.
So do me a favor. Put as much water in your mouth as you can comfortably hold, as much as you can that's comfortable, without swallowing it, please.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And then what I'll do is I'll dump the rest out, right?
Mm-hmm.
No tap water in there, right? Dump all the rest out. Make sure you get it all out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Grant, now spit back in here, please. Sorry, I know it's gross.
Yeah, it's gross.
Right? But I want to show you this, man. This is important for you. I care about you guys. I care about your kid with eczema, man. Right? So let's go ahead and test this again. So what I'll do is I'll test for the chlorine again, right? And obviously we're using a clear glass, right? And the water will stay clear.
Yeah.
Right? And now look at it. Wow. Why isn't that turning yellow like this one did?
I guess my mouth absorbed it.
Yeah. Yep. That 4 seconds you had in your mouth, straight into your body. All right. You see what I do? It's all like all these gestures.
It's all those little things that add
little
up.
things, right? So
Just got absorbed right in there.
right into your body. Isn't that wild?
That's nuts.
All right. Now look, man. I showed you guys this not to gross you out. All right. You know, look, here's what people tell me all the time. Hey, Brandon, look, man, I don't drink the tap water. I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you don't. But we still brush our teeth and shower in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? We're not taking 4-second showers. We're taking 5, 10, 15-minute showers with gallons of water pouring on our body. So what they say in a 5-minute shower is you can absorb more chlorine through the pores of your skin than if you were to come up here and get a gallon of water and drink it all at once. And then we wonder why we have these issues. All right? So you can see why it's so important to get those chemicals out of the water for you and your family, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, man. That's insane.
Yeah, that's nice. That's not good.
Insane. So yeah, you have a few different issues here, Grant. I mean, you really do. You have really hard water. Now, your total dissolved solids was 200. You're in the acceptable range. Nothing crazy on that. But this is absolutely disgusting. You gotta take care of that, dude. You know what? Remember this test I did earlier?
Yeah.
So let me show you that, all right? And usually, everybody needs to carry a little pocket flashlight with them, right?
Yeah, their phones.
Or phones, right? And then, so remember this test I did earlier? So with, man, Kirkland sucks. So with Purify,
Hey, Kirkland's not doing good today.
no, it's not. Wow. So yeah, with that should be completely clear. So
Maybe they put tap in there.
maybe.
I mean, the TDS is 26, so.
Oh,
can't
yeah,
be-
I don't know.
can't be-
So, but yeah,
Maybe the plastic.
anyway, yeah, this could be all clear, right? So other than the dye and the chemical I put in there, it's clear all the way to the bottom,
Yeah,
right? That's why we didn't get all the soap. Right?
that's why.
So now let's look at your tap water. Holy cow! Wow! Look at this. Look at all that.
Jeez.
Normally, like, what is that, right? That's
What
all.
is that?
That's all the calcium, the rock, debris, sediment, all that stuff that you see around here in your kitchen faucet, your fridge, all that stuff you got to scrape off your shower doors, shower heads. This is what dried out your right hand.
Ah, interesting.
This is why we had to add 20 drops of soap to get this mess. Right? And that's it. Look, that's only that much water, and look how much you have in there. You basically have liquid sandpaper coming through your appliances. How crazy is that?
Imagine a shower amount or a gallon. Right?
Exactly. And then
5 gallons.
sometimes what I'll do for the wife, I'll go over to the wife and I'll put this over her head. Look what you're showering in. Right? And she's like, oh, you know?
Yeah.
Right? That's wild, man.
Well, that's the filtered one too, right?
Yeah.
This is a tap.
Now let's take a look at your fridge water. And the fridge will be the same. Right, look at that. I don't know that I wouldn't want to drink that. Do you want to drink out of your fridge anymore?
No, that's not good.
I asked him. Stuff like that, right? Because I wanted to get all the objections out of the way. Destroy the fridge, right? Yeah, you have decent bottled water, but it's in plastic. Plastic contains 24,000 chemicals. That's why firefighters tell you don't leave your plastic bottles in the car. Because of leaching. When plastic heats up, it leaches into the water. Now you're drinking plastic. It's the same.
Yeah. How much time you spend going to get those plastic bottles, all
Exactly.
the waste.
All right. So, yeah, Grant, there's some issues here, man. You know, you have really hard water, right? And your chlorine is absolutely disgusting. I mean, it is. You can see the difference there. So, you see how I put it, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to have nice clear water with a bunch of soap still,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And then your fridge filter did do its job. It got the chlorine out, right? And I make sure I say that because I want to. That's what I'm gonna do for you. Part of what I'm gonna do for you. You see what I'm saying? Right. And then this. So Grant, let me ask you a question. Okay. If I could show you how to get clean water like this, running through your entire home, for potentially less money than what you're currently spending on this, wouldn't you rather have clean water here instead?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me show you how I can do that for you. All right.
Okay.
And then that's when we go down and set the table. All right. So you want to continue the video with the closing, or
Yeah, let's do it. So that's the test. That'd be the test.
you got to test it?